Is it possible to make money off of a meme?
Obviously, I think it is. Yeah.
I'm happy! Yeah! They agreed to print me each one of those for $1.50. I'm here selling them for $20 each.
UFOs and all things alien secrecy, that's what Alien Stock is about. Let's party around aliens. Let's get it back into the mainstream.
As soon as you ask for money and you don't get the right answers, get the out. That was it.
They were like, whoa, this is too much drama. People are gonna die. I can't be a part of this Firefest 2.0.
The idea of having a raid out here is pretty wild to me. I don't know how people are gonna Naruto run through shrubs and rocks and rattlesnakes.
It's a terrible idea, because they do shoot people.
I told her, you don't have a festival.
Somebody really left her holding the bag. She's out a lot of money.
Just one person that you do business with can kind of jeopardize the whole thing.
I didn't plan it. It planned me.
Memes have a life of their own, you know? And they actually control people. They make people do things.
I really hope people actually come, otherwise it's all just a big troll on everybody.
This is Alien Stock. How do you like it?
I first heard about the Storm Area 51 Facebook event back in July when it popped up on my feed. The plan was to rush the gates and break into Area 51 to see them aliens. We were immediately charmed, like the rest of the internet, and the prospect of people showing up to raid a heavily fortified military installation caused a full-blown media storm.
It was a joke, but one the Air Force is taking seriously.
Nearly 1 million Facebook users say they're going to raid Area 51.
The number of people who say they're interested just keeps growing.
Let's see them aliens.
Corporate America wants a piece, specifically Bud Light.
Vice wasn't immune to the spectacle, producing several videos playing right into the hype.
What do you think they'll find at Area 51? Aliens.
And while the event's creator, Maddie Roberts, turned the raid into a music festival that was set to take place in a small town in rural Nevada, many of the locals worried about being overrun by a viral meme.
This bad boy is going to be with me, and then we have a couple of radios that we're going to be using. We're going to have a final meeting before this whole thing goes down, and basically the word is going to be, if one of us is in trouble, we'll just radio everybody, and hopefully everybody else will come in and help. I bought property here about 15 years ago, and I started what became the official Rachel website. On the front page right here, we have an update. It says, with less than 2 weeks to go, no visible preparations have been made for this event. No bands have been announced. It is more and more likely to turn into Firefest 2.0. It's a very quiet town. A town of 50 people. There is no infrastructure in Rachel. We have no gas station, we have no store. Most of the roads are dirt roads. There's a little country bar with a little motel attached that is the only business in town. And we don't even know if we're gonna have 500 people show up or if we're gonna have 50,000 people show up. This event has turned so many corners. It started with some 20-year-old Yahoo dreaming up this Facebook event. Then they said, well, we're gonna have a party in Rachel.
My drummer saw the joke post on Facebook, gaining a few 100,000 marks, and so we figured we'd hit up the Little Alien. We called Connie up, said, hey, you mind if we come out and set up a stage in your parking lot and bring a few friends' bands and have some music? And she's like, you know this is a joke, right? Like, this isn't a real thing.
How did you start this? What led up to
I didn't start it. The internet started it. And it just dumped in my lap. Jeremy from Whitey Savage called, said they wanted to play.
We were thinking like a little 12x12 stage in the parking lot, have a few of our friends' bands come out. A few weeks later, we had a whole nother monster on our hands.
And then where did Maddie Roberts come into the, what happened there?
He came in about maybe a month after we'd talked to Connie to set up something here. He came to Connie saying, hey, let's do an EDM festival.
So we were just looking for different places to potentially hold something like this. No plans have been set into place yet. And Connie West had hit me up earlier, like 3 days prior to us coming out to Vegas. It's like, hey, let's plan something. And so we drove out to Rachel, Nevada, just to see what we could do. And then that's where we decided that we were going to plan this thing.
I thought, hey, gosh, that's a crazy idea. But I thought Woodstock was crazy. They're calling this Alien Stock. We're planning for 10 to 20,000. That's quite a swag. If 3 people came per vehicle, we'll have 10,000 people here, based on the parking space permits that have been acquired.
How much money has been poured into this by the county?
We have, at this point in time, appropriated $250,000. But we're going to see how it all turns out because we've busted ourselves silly to provide for basic needs. We're fearful that there's going to be an awful lot of people. It could be a disaster. It might be a wonderful thing. Who knows? We're going to find out.
I'm afraid it's just going to be overwhelming and we lose control. And a lot of unhappy campers. We fear that they will turn against the local residences and start raiding homes and trashing properties here in Rachel.
Ay, ay, ay.
For all we know, there's no water, bathroom, food.
Seeing as this could be the event of the year, we convinced our boss to give us the money to fly to the middle of the desert to see what some had called Firefest 2.0.
If there's a company that should be out there, it should be us. You know what I mean? And might as well throw the dice at this and take a fucking risk, and just if it happens, it happens.
It started as one thing. It started as a Facebook post to storm Area 51, and then went to a music festival, and then now it's...
In the days leading up to the event, we desperately tried to contact people on the ground in Nevada.
Hey Frank, how are you doing?
Hi Corey, this is Zeke Spector.
Hi Connie, it's Zeke Spector.
Hi Melissa, this is Zeke Spector.
Hey Alon, it's Zeke Spector.
And despite our best efforts, we were left with more questions than answers.
There's some real ugliness going on behind the scenes. Frank DiMaggio guys, hardballing her.
As far as I'm concerned, it's still going on.
So we're moving the party and we're going to announce it hopefully by tomorrow.
We're still trying to figure this all out.
Yeah, and I will have a lot more information here shortly.
I'll read you this text message.
Alien stock just turned into Firefest. It got ugly.
As the drama unfolded behind the scenes, we still couldn't get a hold of Connie to see if we could cover the event.
Hi, you've reached Connie. You've reached Connie. You've reached Connie with the little alien. Your call has been forwarded to an
This whole documentary is going to be us just sitting around calling people.
Even though Connie hadn't given us permission to come to her event in Rachel, we flew to Vegas flush with company cash and saw that we could purchase a $1,000 media pass.
Then here's our guy. Media parking. $1,000. God, I just feel like I have this queasy feeling in my stomach like I got swindled.
We also rented an RV and bought proper camping supplies. We prepared for the worst because, quite frankly,
Oh man, it's fucking windy out.
all we had heard was that it was going to be a total disaster.
We're about half an hour from the Little Alien. We were listening to a ham radio repeater, and we picked up some traffic about a possible raid either tonight at midnight or at 3 a.m. You know, a lot of people may not be trying to raid, but according to Facebook, there's still some crazy motherfuckers out there who want to raid. Oh, here's the town of Rachel. We can get it later. There is a ton of media. Look at this. We got Channel 3, Fox, ABC. There's a stage. It's pretty fucking small.
You guys are going to be back down this way.
Okay.
By the NBC truck and
Okay.
Channel 13 and all that.
Did all those guys pay 1,000 as well?
Yes, they did.
All right.
When we got to Rachel, the crowd was far smaller than what we were expecting.
We've got a modest stage with about 40 people behind me and a ton of land. And it feels like infrastructure built for a much larger crowd. But right now, it's looking like a jam band and a couple guys in alien gear hanging out in the desert. Where'd you guys come from?
Well, I live in Las Vegas, so we went up on Monday night just to check it out and see the base.
Okay.
Not a lot of movement or anything like that.
Did you see them aliens?
No, we did not see the aliens.
Okay.
Not at all.
Are you nervous about them coming after you for taking a peek?
No, look at all the people out here, man. You know, we're all just having fun.
Okay.
That's it.
This is all about having fun.
It's all about having fun, man.
All right.
The turnout on the eve of Alien Stock was underwhelming to say the least, which might be because Maddie Roberts had dropped out of the Rachel event at the last minute to host another event in Las Vegas.
Everything was coming together, and you watch Maddie on TV one day saying that exact thing.
We've got most of our major infrastructure solved already. We've got all of the deposits made. We've got it booked. Pretty much from here, it's just finish leveling the land and start building.
3 a.m. that same day, he's gone, he's done. And that was because he had a conversation with Frank DiMaggio.
My name's Frank DiMaggio. I was called in to help co-produce Alien Stock. Well, we were called in at the 11th hour a couple of weeks back to help with alien stock out in Rachel. So after we set up a meeting to kind of go through discovery with Connie, we realized that all the things that needed to be in place for us to even consider being involved were not.
She had told us that there were deposits made on security, deposits made on EMS, the land had been cleared, and we go out to Rachel and none of that has been done, and there's no documentation for any of these deposits.
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
I said, get the fuck out. You wasted everybody's time for 2.5 hours. Now you're gonna sit there like this is all a big secret?
That's where the excitement just kind of died, and it was like, I can't invite friends out here and tell them that they're gonna be safe. The decision to call it off was probably one of the best decisions I've made. So now we moved to a much safer venue. The people at downtown Las Vegas Events Center, they were gracious enough to take us in as partners and let me host the Area 51 celebration. It's just gonna be an incredible experience.
They walked away, leaving everybody high and dry at the 11th hour. I think they got some dollar signs in their eyes.
After Maddie dropped out, the official Alien Stock webpage was changed to redirect festival goers to Frank and Maddie's new Area 51 celebration in downtown Las Vegas.
That was the key to their disinformation, was having the two internet outlets, the meme itself, the event, and the access to the back end of that website.
Well, we changed over the website that way we weren't like misdirecting people to Rachel, just because I don't want to be a part of that. It's dangerous.
It fucking sucked. It sucked. It was, you know, it was betrayal, and that's how it felt.
He pulls out and leaves all this mess he started and created behind him. Well, I'm not impressed.
Organizers for Maddie's event in Las Vegas said that 10,000 people had shown up in what was the start of a new enterprise that was revealed that very night.
All right, we're back in the RV. We went back and looked at the original Facebook group, and it's now changed to the official Alien Stock Tour. Nightclubs, parties, festivals, meet and greets, and more. Coming to a galaxy near you. It's just so canned.
Stand by. Stay where you're at. We're going to make sure that everyone has the idea that we're not crossing the line. We're just walking up Sniper Hill. It's off the main road from the back gate. It's actually much closer than the back gate.
We're down to go. We'll gear up. This is exciting, but can we ride in somebody's car? We just don't want to take our RV up there with us.
No problem, man. We're in a small Ford Fiesta, so
okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Everybody warm enough back here?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, man.
This nice seat warmer.
I'm kind of like terrified. I mean, it's kind of like nervous, right? Are you guys not nervous at all? Like, the what you told me before, Scott, is you.
We went up the mountain a bit, and we were met with 2 Nevada State Police. They didn't say we couldn't go to the gate, but they strongly advised us to turn around. Warning: U.S. Air Force facility on the right. This is as far as we go.
It looks like there's a bulldozer blocking the road.
Our caravan of 3 cars was about as close to raid as we were going to get on that first night. As we took our photos for Instagram, I realized there was never going to be a mass trespassing. And standing under the stars gave us time to reflect on what the real point of this was.
Thanks for bringing us out here, Scott. This is
no
great.
worries, guys. Just big curiosity, man. It's the meaning of life. That's all it is. Are we alone?
The pinnacle of millennials, to be sure. What better death could there be than dying for a meme?
I'm the space monkey. I'm from Tahoe. I'm trying to find them aliens.
I just want to see if it's going to burn or if it's going to thrive.
What happened last night? You went to the raid?
Yes, we did go to the raid. And then we crossed the line because the line doesn't really mean stuff. I don't think personally. I mean, sure, I disrespected their property or whatever, but like, yeah. Yo, I'm going to go play with them though.
I actually have a sticker. If anyone buys anything from me, I'll give you a free sticker for yourself, a free sticker to pass it on my card. My name is Ali Al-Shiri. Very nice to meet.
Very nice to meet you.
I'm an international student at the University of Arizona. I'm a senior in computer science.
Okay.
Look, I'm young and I should be wild. I thought to myself, this is only going to happen once in a lifetime.
On my deathbed, I'm not gonna be talking about my internship. I'm gonna be talking about the day I invaded a military base to start a business. Yeehaw!
By Friday afternoon, festival goers were taking impromptu trips to the Area 51 entrances. So we hitched a ride with a guy named Hunter who drove us to the Rachel Gate.
Zeke here with Vice today at Area 51.
That's right.
That's cool.
So why did you come out here today, man?
I did it for the meme. Everybody was like, oh, you're not really gonna go, it's a meme, right? And then everybody who came here, it's like, your faith was rewarded. You know? You know where the word meme came from?
I actually don't know where the word meme came
Dawkins. So the concept of a gene that spreads itself, the meme is like the gene, but it's an idea. So it means you're analyzing ideas from the perspective of how do they spread, how do they replicate, what makes one idea more viral than another idea, right? But anything could be a meme. Like, let's all show up at Area 51, that's a meme. That went viral for some reason, that caught on. That had some essence to it where everybody was like, I'm gonna do it, dude. You guys lift?
We're pulling up to the back gate, or known as the Rachel Gate.
Okay, what is this? Road closed. The quest continues on foot.
All right, boys, they can't stop us all.
But they can't stop 30 of us.
They can definitely stop all of us.
There's nobody raiding right now, but there's certainly a lot of people, a lot of traffic coming in and out of here. So we got the Department of Public Safety on this side, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department on the other side, and the military guys on the other side. No Naruto running, though. How do you, Naruto? What is it? It's Naruto?
Naruto.
Naruto?
You have to say it like that. Naruto.
They're gonna grill me online if I say it like that.
Naruto.
And what is that from? Where's the Naruto run from?
Naruto.
It's from
Naruto. It's an anime. It's Japanese animation. They're Naruto run. Do it.
What'd you say?
Like this?
Okay.
Well, okay. No. 4, and then one leg. One leg.
Okay, I'll be in step with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you demonstrate the run for us, or?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna do it.
All right. Is this right? The first official day of Alien Stock didn't really contribute to the explosive content the media outlets were all hoping for.
My name's Brian, and I'm a producer for a large media company based out of Manhattan.
What do you think, I mean, the media hype surrounding this, we all, as people in the media, there's more there's almost more media per capita here than any other event that I've been to.
It's crazy, yeah. At one point, there was more cameras than people, I thought, you know what I mean? I didn't think it was gonna be like a Fire Fest scenario. I mean, we thought that maybe people might get kind of drunk enough or party enough that there might be some type of incident at the gate. But since we've been here, it's been pretty low key. And it was really funny to me though, like when we first went to the gate and like nobody was here, like we were all like super intimidated, kind of like walking up to that thing, you know? And now it's like, you know, everyone's so friendly, the cops are waving you in, almost like you're going on a carnival ride or something.
There was a third alien-themed event happening down the road. We heard they were better funded and wanted to see if they had drawn the crowds that we had all been promised.
Is everybody really here? So what brings you guys here today?
Make money.
Yeah?
Take creativity to another level.
Have you made much money? I mean, you've opened doors, but have you sold a lot of stuff today?
I sold a lot of stuff before we came here, so
Okay.
I'm waiting for the crowds.
So what do you got here? You got some alien poop?
Yeah, this was my wife's idea. These are all geodes from our Jersey Hill mine in southern Colorado.
Okay.
The lady wanted to come buy them all. I'm like, you want to buy all these geodes? She goes, oh, they're geodes. I'm like, yeah, it's not alien poop. So she was a little disappointed.
What would she have done with all that alien poop?
I don't want to think about what she would do with all the alien poop.
Everybody that's come tonight to contribute, we are talking about the question. The one question, the main question, are we alone in the universe? That's really what we're asking.
I really did think there would be more people.
Yeah.
And maybe there still will be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's obviously been a lot of confusion in the press about what events were really happening. Yes. And the fact that millions of people responded to it is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that shows that there's a real desire to know what's going on.
Yeah. This gentleman right over here, very nice man. He's selling geodes labeled as alien poop.
Yeah.
Do you think businesses like that, do you think they're helping or they're hurting the cause?
I'd say generally hurting.
Yeah, why is that?
I would say generally anything that undermines the seriousness of the subject. It makes it all too easy for press to show up, and they can just focus on that guy. Or you can find the people who, you know, claim that they've visited Venus.
We're back at the Rachel Gate at night this time. Everywhere we go, there's always live streamers. Everybody's posting to YouTube. It's pretty amazing how much media is going on.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Vice Media.
Fuck yeah, bro.
It seems like there's a lot of vloggers and live streamers out here and stuff like that.
I feel like everybody here is a blogger and into media in some kind of way.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's so condensed with creative minds is mind-blowing.
So it's Saturday morning, officially day 2 of Alien Stock. We're in an RV outside of the Rachel Gate to Area 51. We spent the night out here because we'd heard that there was going to be a big raid at 3 a.m. But we woke up at 3 a.m. and there was nothing there. So we just got word that the Area 51 base camp where we were last night, their main event has been canceled tonight. It's sort of the opposite of Fyre Fest, where they built everything, but then there's not enough people.
With no apparent warning, the killer whale grabs his feet and pulls him underwater for close to a minute.
Close to a minute, don't mean to diminish your efforts. Look at me swimming around in me, swimming a flexor. I go so thin, my strength is infinite, no pressure. I will pull in it, you'll splash and timid, make it desperate.
We're from Dallas, Texas. Woke up Friday, didn't have anything to do this weekend, so we just hopped on a plane and came to Nevada. We've met some interesting characters so far.
I noticed there was like this gold ball of light that was coming up on my car.
Bigger than a softball, smaller than a basketball, about this big, and so I don't know what that was.
And what brought you out here today?
Partly promoting Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell was very opposed to the UFO festival 20 years ago. Now we know it's our bread and butter. This will be a bread and butter event once they get the infighting settled down. Yeah.
It just feels so good to know that we have guests here to visit us. It's awesome.
When was the last time something like this has come through Rachel?
I think it was probably Will Smith's Independence Day.
I think it's a good event. I've had a good time. Because I know Jorg and there was a couple other people that live here that they didn't want this to happen. And I understand it, I really do. Because I like the peace and quiet out here too, except for the sonic booms. You get used to those.
There's sonic booms.
Kaboom! I'm gonna have a heart attack.
On the final day of the festival, we were finally able to secure some time with Connie to ask her some questions, alongside several other national media publications.
Your original plan was to have something kind of small, kind of like on a smaller scale, not 10,000 people.
Again, I didn't plan it. It planned me. The numbers were coming in that it could be 5 to 20,000 people, 5 to 50,000, 10 to 70,000. Nobody knew. It wasn't going to not happen. If I would have stood up and said, yo, don't come here, you'd have come here anyway. So I did my best to make sure that everybody was going to be taken care of.
What do you think of Maddie Roberts? Do you have any ill will towards Maddie Roberts?
You know what? I said Maddie love. I'm not an evil person. I'm not going to speak ugly. You don't react to ugly with ugly, because then it becomes nasty.
And what would you say to the people who are saying, like, oh, this is ridiculous, it didn't pan out?
That's okay, because the people who showed up are what matters. And, you know, the proof is in the pictures. It's in the video. We did it.
As the sun set on Alien Stock, I realized this wasn't a Fyre Fest where privileged millennials were the butt of the joke. The joke was on us, the media, who had followed, sold, and overhyped this event, hoping we could all cash in on the misery of those who had followed a meme into the desert.
A lot of people came here for different reasons. Some people came to be with like-minded individuals. Some people came to storm or to sort of LARP. Everybody we met was having a good time. Nobody said that this sucked, that it was underwhelming. The only critique we heard was that there could have been more people. But for the most part, it was a really friendly crew of people who just wanted to hang out and have fun.
There are more lessons learned from this event than I can count. I know you want to hear that I feel that it was overhyped. I don't really feel that. I think we were prepared for the worst. If there's anything to take away from it in respect of internet hypes, is that you really never know what to expect. We live in an age where it is completely unpredictable because we have this instantaneous media, and in a blink of an eye, anything can happen. Before this event, I had never heard of the term meme. I've heard it, obviously, many, many times now. I still don't know exactly what it is, and I really don't care.
Oh, thank God that's over.